Now we have more breaking news coming in, and it's NDTV accessing the remand copy in the Delhi terror blast case. Here are the following grounds of arrest from Amir, who was found to be involved in the terrorist and related activities. He was found involved in providing assistance to the deceased accused. We talk about Omar Nabi, who was the man behind the wheel of that I-20 car that blew up exactly a week ago in the Red Fort area of the national capital. Amir provided logistical as well as procurement as far as provided that kind of assistance to Omar. He was found to have been visiting the safe house arranged by the deceased accused, the man who blew up with the car, the I-20 Hyundai, on Monday. This was last Monday in the national capital. Now, Amir assisted Omar to make those bombs, to make the IED and the explosives used in the blast, and also the NIA will take Amir to Kashmir in order to help with the investigation, to piece together, to stitch together the sequence of events. And we have Akhil, my colleague, joining us. Akhil, take us through, of course, the step-by-step, this remand copy that we've accessed as far as the Delhi terror blast case is concerned, and the role that Amir has played as far as this terror activity is concerned.
Well, absolutely. If you see the fresh development, what we have seen that today, the co-conspirator in this case, Amir Ali, was produced before the court. And in this case, what we have seen that 10 days of police custody was granted in this case to the NIA. So right now, the questioning of Amir is still going on. And in this case, if you see, we have accessed the remand copy in that it's clearly mentioned that Amir's involvement is there in terror-related activities. And if you see, he was also found involved in providing assistance to the deceased accused Umar Nabi. And apart from that, if you see, Amir was the one who was basically providing logistical support to Umar Nabi. Umar Nabi was the person who committed this heinous crime, in which what we have seen that 13 persons have lost their lives and approximately over 30 persons have got badly injured in connection with the case. And very crucial point which was mentioned in the remand copy that we have accessed, that it was clearly mentioned that he was also found to visit the safe house arranged by deceased accused Umar Nabi. So it's very likely that in the next few days that Amir will be taken to Kashmir by the NIA team.
Right, Akhil, thank you so much for getting us the very latest as far as the remand copy is concerned that NDTV has access. We have more breaking news coming in, and this is in regard to the exclusive that NDTV has now again, managed to find out what the security agencies have found out so far. This is in regard to Omar, Muzammil, Dr. Shaheen, as well as Adil. They had used code words such as biryani and dawat. Now, biryani was a code word for explosive material and dawat for a specific event, particularly an attack, a blast. Now, once they were done with managing as far as, making the explosive material, for getting that explosive material together, they would be sharing a message, and they would say, which would really read that the biryani is ready and now get ready for the dawat. Tanushka, my colleague, joining us in order to get us details of this. Tanushka, all these doctors that we have mentioned so far interacting with each other, using the platform Telegram in order to, basically use these code words that basically included biryani and dawat.
Precisely, Divya, as the investigation into the Delhi blast progresses, its connection in terms of how the communication went ahead with these doctors that have also been arrested from this white-collar terror module comes to light. Dr. Parvez, who is the brother of Dr. Shaheen, and Dr. Arif, Dr. Farooq Ahmed were in contact with Dr. Umar, who is the suicide bomber, until 1 hour before the explosion. Before their arrest, Dr. Shaheen and Dr. Muzammil were in direct contact with Umar until the morning of November 8th. It has also come to light that the entire blast blueprint was started to be in the plans, in the making, from October 2nd and was finalized on October 28th. 7 second-hand mobile phones were bought from Nepal, which were used in the entire operation. A total of 17 SIM cards were used, out of which 6 were purchased from Kanpur. 2 of these SIM cards were identified using IDs from Bekunganj, based on which security agencies are taking action. Delhi Police Special Cell has also conducted intense questioning of 6 hours of Usman, who runs a clothing shop near Bekunganj and is the brother-in-law of Dr. Parvez. Remember, Dr. Parvez is the brother of Dr. Shaheen. And we also understand that, during his visits, Dr. Parvez's visits to Kanpur, it has come to light that he was also meeting other people. So, a lot of other people are being questioned at this point. And it is also revealed that Dr. Shaheen was seen in Kanpur in the month of October as well. So a huge, well and planned this has been for a while at this point. SIM cards were very intentionally and deliberately bought in time, ahead in time from Nepal. SIMs were also purchased from Kanpur to, of course, distort information based on locations to formulate this conspiracy to cause destruction.
Right, Tanishka, thank you for breaking it down for us. And there are more stunning revelations as far as the 10/11 Delhi terror attack, which took place exactly a week ago in the Red Fort area in Chandni Chowk in the national capital. Now, NDTV has exclusively scooped details of the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror module that is part of the conspiracy. The Doctors of Terror had been plotting the attack in the capital for weeks. And at the center of this plot was Dr. Shaheen, who is, from what we're hearing from our sources have told NDTV that Dr. Shaheen was referred to as Madam Surgeon by members of her network. Critical information obtained from her WhatsApp messages revealed that Dr. Shaheen received frequent calls and messages, particularly from two numbers. These numbers were saved under the names of Madam X and Madam Z. The word medicine is used in these messages. Investigating teams are now suspecting that medicine was being used to describe explosives. Another angle of investigation is that operation was used as a code word for a terrorist attack.